black medium square. No bright planets are visible in December's evening sky. Venus and Saturn lie too close to the Sun, and Mars and Jupiter do not rise until the early morning hours. Mercury makes a fleeting appearance before dawn towards the month's end. The Geminid meteor shower will put on the year's best display of shooting stars in December's night sky. December's star chart. This is Skymania's guide to the night sky in December 2017. You will find a map of the whole visible sky, which can be adjusted for any time and date, plus information on the position of the planets, phases of the moon, and notable astronomical events to watch out for. To open a more detailed sky map in a separate, interactive window, click here. For a map of the night sky in the southern hemisphere, click here. Innermost planet Mercury cannot be observed for the first 3 weeks of December because it will lie too close to the Sun. But after it passes between the Earth and the Sun on the 13th, an event known as inferior conjunction, it will move into the morning sky. From about the 21st, it will get far enough from the Sun to be seen with the unaided eye shining at around 0 magnitude, as long as you have a clear horizon to the southeast. Mercury's orbital path will be tilted quite sharply to the horizon from northern latitudes, lifting it higher than it might be at other morning apparitions, and making it easier to find Venus after closing in on the Sun in recent weeks. Venus now lies too close to be seen easily. The perfectly clear, unobstructed horizon, you might glimpse it in the first few days of December, shortly before sunrise, and shining at magnitude 3.9, but most of us will have to wait until spring 2018 to see it reappear in the evening sky. Here are tips on how to observe Venus. Mars, the red planet, is now rising more than 4 hours before the Sun, and so you should be able to find it without much difficulty in the morning sky, not far from Spica, the brightest star in the constellation of Virgo. However, it remains far from the brilliant sight that it will become when closest, around opposition in July 2018. During December, Mars will brighten from magnitude 1.7 to 1.5, so that it resembles a moderately bright star. Watch it approach Jupiter towards the end of 2017. This photo shows Jupiter and Mars over the sea before dawn on the morning of November 30, 2017. Jupiter is the low bright object, and Mars the higher of the two stars at upper right. Its close neighbor is Spica, the brightest star in the constellation of Virgo. Image credit Paul Sutherland for Skymania. After several weeks when it lay on the far side of the Sun, Jupiter is returning to darker skies. The giant planet rises about 2 hours before the Sun at the start of December and 4 hours before sunrise at month's end. A small telescope or even binoculars will be enough to reveal Jupiter's 4 biggest satellites, the Galilean moons Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. During the final days of 2018, Jupiter and Mars will be closing in on each other, though this is purely a linear side effect. Saturn, the ring planet, disappeared from evening skies in November and now lies on the far side of the Sun. It will therefore not be visible this month, and you will have to wait until 2018 to see it again. More about Saturn, Uranus. Though no bright planets are visible in December after dusk, the 2 outer planets Uranus and Neptune may be seen during the early evening hours. You can find Uranus with binoculars, shining at magnitude 5.7 in the constellation of Pisces for the first half of the night. Find it with the aid of our guide. Where to find Uranus in the night sky. More about Uranus. Neptune, the outer planet, another ice giant like Uranus, lies in the constellation of Aquarius and can be seen as soon as it gets dark in December. Look as soon as you can after dark, as it sets before 10 p.m. by the end of the month. Neptune is fainter than its inner neighbor at magnitude 7.8. It is not hard to find with binoculars if you know where to look. Our guide will help you where to find Neptune in the night sky. Binoculars and telescopes on Amazon. A Geminid meteor is caught flying past the Sickle asterism in Leo in 2014. The bright object is Jupiter, which was in that part of the sky at the time. Image credit Paul Sutherland. Geminid meteor shower. December sees activity from 2 meteor showers. The first is the Geminids, which is usually the strongest and most reliable shower of the year, with a quoted peak rate of 120 an hour on the night of maximum, the 13th, 14th, for a single observer enjoying ideal conditions. Main activity can be seen from December 7th to the 16th. Conditions are good for this shower around maximum this year, because the meteors will not be drowned out by moonlight. Read our full guide to seeing the Gemini meteor shower here. Conditions are also good for a shower called the Ursids, which peaks just before Christmas. This is a shower for Northern Hemisphere observers only because the radiant, from which direction the meteors appear, lies in the northernmost constellation, Ursa Minor. Activity may be seen from December 17th to 25th, with a peak on the night of the 22nd, 23rd. Rates are usually low, with a maximum rate of 10 per hour for a single observer under perfect conditions, but the Ursids have sprung a surprise with higher rates in come years. Again, moonlight will not be a problem this year. As ever during a meteor watch, you may also see some other, random, meteors unrelated to the known showers. These are known as sporadics. How to observe meteors. How to photograph a meteor shower. The moon always makes a great target for a small telescope which come into view as its phases change. We've a guide to where to find 50 of the best lunar features, plus a checklist to download so you can tick them off as you spot them. Don't have a telescope? Here's our guide to choosing one. Phases of the moon. Full moon December 3rd, last quarter December 10th, new moon December 18th, first quarter December 26th. 50 fantastic features. Our amazing moon. Here's our guide to observing some of the finest sights on the moon with small telescopes. Here for pages of charts that will help you find interesting features to seek out yourself, including craters, lava flows, mountain ranges, and deep chasms. Observing highlights in 2017.